So what we talking about today?
So right now, we're going to get into, should you keep your ass to yourself in the first 30 days of a relationship?
Or should you wait? Should you wait? What you think?
I think you should give it up. I'm not saying give it up on the first night. Y'all tell me. I'm not saying give it up on the first night, but I just have never really heard anyone really rationalize it too and say, oh, I don't want to be with Shanika because she gave me some ass in 72 hours. So what do y'all think? Like, I don't know. Give me a thumbs up and a heart and let me know you're here on this beautiful Black Martin Luther the King Day. Ain't that what it is?
MLK, yeah.
I don't keep up.
But when you think about that, I think anticipation is sexy. And you know, male psychology says the harder a man have to work for something, the more he'll appreciate it.
Is that true, fellas? Because I see something. Is it the harder that you work for something, you'll appreciate it when you get it? Is that true? Because I've never really met nobody that said, yo, you know, I proposed to her because she ain't give me no ass in a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, help me understand the two. You know
I think that when you're dating someone, you have more of a chance to enter into a relationship and get to know the person. You know, I know a lot of people always be like, oh, I just want to get it out the way. But I'm like, just get it out the way? I think that's a horrible way to look at it. It sounds like, oh, let's just get it out the way. It sounds like it's a chore or something, like doing the dishes. You just want to get it out the way.
Do y'all think that it's just getting it out the way?
Some people say that, like, oh, let's just get it out the way. I'm like, you making it sound like it's a chore. And I look at it like it's the ultimate way of sharing yourself with someone else.
Well, I don't, you know, I think there is a difference between some good sex and that demon sex. Yeah, some people don't know, you know, you have sex with a demon, with a bad spirit. You know, you ever have sex with somebody, right? And let me give you an example. I think that fucking toxic ex, right? The one that you trying to get away from, but you can't get away from them because you just keep going back, right? So you ever lay there, you ever feel like you doing good and shit, like you're getting your woman power back, and you know you going to work, you feeling good. Next thing you know, that motherfucking kitty cat get the purn, and he fucking call you, and you like, all right, I'm gonna be strong, bitch. I'm gonna be strong. We gonna do this. We gonna get it done. We got something on, you know, one track mind. We gonna get it done. You gonna have sex with his ass. After y'all have sex, then your emotions are pouring back into it, and then next thing you know, you go out here, you get in a car accident, your kids running away, because you fucking slept with that demon spirit or something. I can't.
That's why you should, I'd say, pace yourself out. Because you get to know who you're interacting with. If you have sex too soon, sometimes you can get attached, you know, to someone too soon. You know, for women especially, because when women have sex, when women have sex early on,
I disagree.
Or when women,
Go ahead.
Science, when women have sex, you know, they emit high levels of oxytocin. So when you know, oxytocin is the bonding chemical.
Okay.
So if you're emitting high level of oxytocin with someone you just met and you don't even know who that is, like know much about them, you can get attached to the wrong person. So I think that it's good to like pace yourself out. And I also think that if you don't make sex matter, then it will be no value to it.
Real sex matters. So let's go to some of the comments. So Victoria said, I think it depends, okay? Chris said, not necessarily. Work hard to get it, and it's not what I expected. It makes me look at it different.
Oh, you worked hard to get it, and it's not what you expected. Did you have a real connection with this person? Because sometimes when you build a real, true connection with someone, the sex should be great. You're already talking about how you get down in the bedroom.
But I feel him on that one. Could you imagine? Yeah, it's a guy. Could you imagine whining and dining a chick, and you get her in the bedroom and do whatever, and then it's like, bitch, I done fucking took you to Fleming's. We went to fucking 4-Day Child.
But was that all you whining and dining her for? Or was you really trying to get to know her?
Chick-fil-A #1 with no pickles, ass.
But were you trying to really get to know this person, or was you just trying to wind it down them and get them in bed?
Were you really trying to wind it down there, Chris, or were you just trying to get your dick wet? That's what he says.
I'm asking you.
He's asking. Queen Nicole, hey, I'm glad you're out of the hospital. I wish you nothing but the best. She said, I think you should give it up. Not saying right away, but I want to know also. But I might get more if the sex is good. Ooh.
You might get more if the sex is good?
You might get more what? More of the sex, more dinners, more clothing. What might you get more of if the sex is good? Let's see. Denise said, I need to have a connection to be intimate. Sorry, not sorry. I feel like otherwise you're being a hoish sis. Calm your cooch. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Right, and like when I say like male psychology says men appreciate things the harder they have to work for it. Like if you just giving it out like a coupon or something, you know, then like sometimes male will think like, oh well, is she just giving it out to everyone like this? And for men, when we have sex too soon, sometimes we just lose interest. That's how our brains are wired.
So I feel like a man only lose interest when it comes to sex when all he had in mind was sex. Did somebody follow me? Like, I think that if you give it up to a man too soon and he gets turned off,
no, I think it came so easy that he has nothing else to work for. And people lose interest. You know, I mean, our brains are wired like that. You know, that's how men think. I mean, not saying that it can't turn into like a real relationship if you have sex on the first day, but I'm saying more likely than not, it probably won't. They'll probably lose interest.
Well, Queen and Kathleen said, real sex matters. And Raymond said, that shit sucks. You know, talking about when you're doing whatever you're doing. But I don't know. I've never really had a conversation with any men or known any man to say, yo, I didn't want to be with her because she gave it up too soon. Now, is that something more of like a man would say or a woman? Because I can't even foresee me, even as a woman, sitting on the phone like, oh my God, Toya, this nigga let me fuck him too quick. But I think that may only be a male thing.
Probably.
You know,
yeah, it's more so men thing, but I think some women actually value sex and they look at it as like this is like the most intimate way to share yourself with someone. So they not even looking to give it up too quick. And if someone keep pressuring them to give it up, they will lose interest. Yeah. And I feel like a quality relationship is built off of love, trust, respect, and that burning desire to know, like, you're anticipating, like, how is this going to be? He already stimulating my mind and everything else, so how's this going to be? And you can feel, like y'all can feel each other up.
So basically he's saying we can pants rub. Yeah. Oh my God.
Anticipation is sexy.
So Raymond said, nah, I'm not going to think she's less of a hoe if she give it to me the first night or the second month. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you know, but you know, like Denise said, you know, I do know there are some women who feel like they can't have sex with you unless they're in love with you.
Right.
You know,
a lot of people, some people value sex. Like they have a value on sex. Like again, if you don't have a value on sex, then it really saying it don't matter.
So David, he said, perhaps because I'm older, my sexual powers for a woman depends on where I am with her on an emotional level. I'm evolved past quick sexual gratification. Right. I need more.
And I think for me, I feel like if you're trying to date someone, and I feel like most mature people, like older in age after they had their fun, they are more like that, you know. So they're kind of more like a demisexual, like meaning like you can't really have sex with someone unless you have a emotional connection, a strong emotional connection. Okay. Yeah.
So Barbara said, heck no, my soul will not be exchanged by someone I know nothing about.
I agree.
Okay, and I hear you guys, and don't for one second think that I'm all for whatever you want to do. It's your life, it's your body. You know, you do with your temple what you choose to do with your temple. You feel me? Like I can't control that, but I do see both sides of it, and I think it is a good thing if you can wait. You know, but if that motherfucker looks so good, I don't mean no harm. If he looks so good,
you gotta have discipline. Have discipline. And you can also do things to make sure you don't have sex. Like wear ugly underwear. Strip your bed of the sheets and things like that. Because you don't want to bring someone home and you know your place is a mess. So do stuff like that.
Man, I ain't never met nobody that ain't want to rip off my grandma's panties. You feel
me? They probably will, but afterwards they probably going to be thinking like, oh, she wear grandma panties.
Hey, but you wanted my cookie jar.
Of course.
You want a granny snacks.
But also look at it like you don't just want to give out sex like a party favor. Like,
just don't wear no drawers.
Just don't wear none.
Papa said, "Poor Nick, you left him here with me today by himself." But right here, she said, "Poor Nick, Nick, you can run. Take them off real quick."
Hey, Pebbles.
I'm just saying, like I think that I think it's not about what you do. I always believe it's about how you do it, how you go about it, which, I just don't ever hear, not even when I used to have a regular haircut and go into the barbershop, I never heard them talk about, I want to take Keisha out again because she waited, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. And Pebbles also says sometimes it's the value given to you as a child. For example, you always hear your grandmother talk about how horrible kissing is on the first date. Mm-hmm. So that will be playing in your head, like, don't kiss on the first date,
Mm-hmm.
I agree, yeah, it's the value that you give to it and the value that you put on yourself. Like, again, like, I think that when you, that's something that's the most intimate way you can share yourself with someone. So for me, I just feel like you definitely should have a true connection and know who you're sleeping with. And again, for women, you emit high levels of oxytocin when you sleeping with someone, so you can get attached to the wrong person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I am a candidate. I believe that it all depends on where you are in your life, what stage you're at.
Yeah, and for me, like, I'm a dating coach, so for all my clients are looking for relationships.
This client is looking for love.
So if you want to have fun, I'm not saying there's anything about if you're in the exploration stage, go ahead, explore, have fun, see what you're really into. But most of my clients all my clients are looking for relationships.
So Chris said, ugly underwear not stopping nothing, long as they clean.
No, they ain't stopping nothing, but you're going to have that vision. They ain't stopping nothing, but you're going to have that vision in your head after, like, damn, she had on some ugly panties.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, how does that correlate? Because I know a lot of people would deem sluts and hoes that are married, that have gotten wiped up, that has rings on their fingers. So, I don't know, but I do get the older ones, that feel like, this is something I want to do with somebody I plan on being with. I'm not into sex. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What else?
And I think sometimes people will end up you still can end up in a relationship, but do you really know that person, Like, again, relationships usually, they need a foundation of love, trust, respect. If you want to build a relationship based off of sex, then
Barbara said he said something powerful. Control yourself. Absolutely, you have to have control. Don't listen to me.
Self-discipline is very important.
You have to have
self-discipline is important, and anticipation is very sexy. Anticipate what it's going to be like to have sex with this person. You only get to have sex with this person for the first time once. Why not make it special? What's the rush?
You hear the
What's the rush? Why not make it special?
So do you guys agree that you only get to have sex with a person for the first time one time?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Like, how did you come up with that?
I mean, it's fact. Like, the first time, I feel like the first time you would want it to be special.
Like what? I'm listening.
You would want it to be adding up to that, building up to that. You don't just want to say, here, take me. Like, again.
He said, take me. Do it again.
Like, take me. Like, again, sex is the most intimate way you can share yourself with someone else. So, I mean, I think that you should make it special. It shouldn't just be something you're giving out like party favors.
Yeah, I definitely don't give out your coochie like party favors, he said. But what do you have to say for the men that are out here just fucking everything? Like, don't put all that on us, because we got all this oxytocin and noxytocin and...
Well, men don't, when we have sex, we emit we emit oxytocin, but not at the levels that women do. So,
you still should be out here putting your hot sausage and everything.
Well, the women have a right to say yes or no, right?
So you are saying that it's okay.
I'm saying that women usually set the standard of how men treat them.
Ooh!
Yeah. If women raise their standards, men will have to follow. You set the stage.
I feel like...
If you accept Netflix and chilling, a man gonna be like, oh yeah, because men want the easy way out. But if you say, no, take me to Fleming's, they're gonna either do it or they don't want to be in your company. I think so. Dating for me is pretty simple. That's why the name of my Facebook group. Make sure y'all join Dating Made Simple with Coach Nick Love on Facebook. Join my group. But that's why that's the title of my group, because dating is really simple if you sit down and think about it. It's not complicated. People make it complicated.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Like you say, he's either going to take you to Fleming's or he's going to take you to the fucking basement.
Right. You set the standard. You set your own standards. And if they don't want to follow your standards, then that's not someone that want to be in your company. Keep it moving.
And for those who are in their life right now, in the stage of their life where you're not looking for that, Coach got some good stuff when you're ready for that.
Yeah.
But if you're not ready for that, do what you do. Don't care what other people think about you. I'm really feeling the weight. I'm sitting up here with this goddamn man who just said it's okay for dudes to stick everything because it's us women who keep letting y'all do it. I got a problem with that.
You got a problem with that?
Yeah, I got a big problem with that because men shouldn't be out here just being little slut buckets either.
It's come to the individual. Yeah. So men or women.
So now we talking about
it comes to the individual.
It's the individual. Here, you want to read some of these comments? You can read Kathleen's.
We say, not a hoe, but I feel nowadays.
Oh,
he
be blanking out words. Y'all know he don't like to curse. Let me read it. Not hoe like, but I feel like nowadays you can't have sex off the top. People aren't genuine, and if sex is just going to be sex, honesty needs to be laid out. I love sex, and I love to not be laid. Not to say in love, but very much so lots of lust. It kind of means a lot. So yeah, I'm not smashing nothing. I don't know a person on a personal level. My yaya is good, and I've grown to know you can't give the goods to everyone.
And
sorry for all those.
Rain.
What do you say? Raymond said, I think some people are just chemical. You equal sexuality. So he thinks it's like a chemistry and a chemical balance type of thing.
Sometimes
Hey guys, make sure you share and give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up.
I think that
Go ahead.
I think that
Nick.
People will turn to this, so you ain't gonna do that. I think that I've lost my train of thought. What he's saying? I think that you have to you have to know yourself. You have to know your body so you can tell people what it is that you're into and how to please you. So that's good. I mean, you're not going to just lay down with every person and they're going to know how to please you. You have to tell them. So you have to know yourself.
Barbara said, trust. He can be fine as wine. My feelings will not change. No sex until we are sure this is who we want. Oh, she got that old throwback pussy. I know that's right, girl.
Right. So what's the next topic? You wanted to talk about, is marriage even a goal anymore?
I want to get into
is marriage even a
goal
goal
anymore?
They all
go together. So with sex being this, should you give it up or shouldn't you give it up? Is marriage even in people's goals? These titles.